it's important to distinguish between drug use and drug addiction.
Sure, yeah.
So most drug use is not addictive, right? In the same way, we go into a bar tonight. I mean, there are no bars because of the plague, but in normal times, you go into a bar tonight and you look around you, and most people will be drinking alcohol, you know, to have fun, to chill out, to relax, unwind, flirt with someone, whatever it is. And there'll be a small number of people who are alcoholics who need love and help. So the vector to look at is not drug use. So drug use slightly went up. It went up by 6% among adults. It fell among teenagers, but it went up slightly among adults. Addictive use, and we know what the indicators of addictive use, things like overdose, massively fell.
Right.
So, and that's the one to, I don't, if you told me I snorted a line of Coke last night, if you didn't have an addiction problem, I don't care. You know, nothing to me. Any more than I'd be worried if you drank a bottle of vodka last night.
Right.
Or a glass of vodka. So one of the ways we know it works so well in Portugal is that Portugal has a competitive political system, and basically nobody wants to go back, right? I went and interviewed a guy called João Figueira, who was the top drug cop in Portugal at the time of the decriminalization. And he said to me what lots of people understandably say when they, you know, hear the idea of decriminalizing all drugs. He said, this is madness. We're going to have a massive increase in drug addiction. We're going to have children using drugs. This is terrible. We can't do this. And when I interviewed him, people can hear it on the chasingofthescream.com, along with lots of other interviews. But, you know, he said to me, everything I said would happen didn't happen. And everything the other side said would happen did. And he talked about how he felt really ashamed that he'd spent so many years screwing people's lives up when he could have been helping them turn their lives around. And this is something I saw everywhere that moved beyond the drug war, from Vancouver to Uruguay to Colorado to Amsterdam to Switzerland. Before they do it, it's unbelievably controversial, right? It takes real political courage to get it done. And then the change happens, and it's not a magic bullet. They still have problems in Portugal and Switzerland and Vancouver and all sorts of other places. But there's such a significant improvement that support massively rises, and essentially no one argues for going back, or hardly anyone argues for going back. Right. The one thing you can sense of the drug war is the United States has given it a fair shot, right? We've done it for 100 years.
Yeah.
We've spent $1 trillion.
Yeah.
At a conservative estimate, we've killed hundreds of thousands of people.
Oh, yeah.
We've imprisoned millions of American citizens. Yep. We've destroyed whole countries like Colombia and El Salvador and northern Mexico. And at the end of all that, we can't even keep drugs out of our prisons, where we pay guards to walk around the wall perimeter the whole time. Right? That policy is never going to work. So what we have to look at is, okay, where has succeeded? We need to start copying the places that have succeeded and stop copying the places that have failed.
Yes, your work on Portugal. You know, I've been following the Portugal example for a while. By the way, are they going on 20 years now? Yeah,
it will be. I mean, there's a debate about when the decriminalization the exact start date, but it's it'll be 20 years next year. Yeah.
Right. And the data's in, as you said, and there's more and more of it.
Well, the European Centre of Drug Monitoring and Control, which is the kind of an absolutely neutral statistic gathering body that uses the same techniques in every European country.
Okay.
And it's just a kind of has no dog in this fight. Now puts Portugal, I think it's second lowest in the entire European Union, all 27 or 26 countries now because Britain left, 26 European Union members. I think it's the second bottom now for these outcomes.
So if you could just combine Portugal and Florida, that would be my utopia. Right?
Portugal's actually quite a lot like Florida in that it's like sunny and nice and they got lovely beaches.
But Florida's not going to be decriminalizing drugs anytime soon, I don't think. That's the problem with the Republicans. The Republicans, for me, are good on the lockdowns and shit on a bunch of other stuff, and especially drugs.
Yeah, they want a rather extreme form of lockdown, which is they will put you in prison. Right? Which is I would say that's the harshest lockdown you can get.
Yeah, which you agree is the best way to treat a drug addict. If you can get the Portuguese mindset around drugs and the Florida one around lockdowns, I'm going to move there, whatever that is. But